1.
Blues by Derek Walcott. Those 5 or 6 young guys lunched on the stoop that woven hot summer night whistled me over. Nice and friendly, so I stopped. MacDougall or Christopher Street in Chains of Light. A summer festival, or some saints. I wasn't too far from home but not too bright for a nigger and not too dark. I figured we were all one. Wop, nigger, Jew. Besides, this wasn't Central Park. I'm coming on too strong? You figure right. They beat this yellow nigger black and blue. Yeah. During all this, scared in case one used a knife, I hung my olive green, just bought sports coat on a fire plug. I did nothing. They fought each other, really. Life gives them a few kicks. That's all. The spades, the spicks. My face smashed in, my bloody mouth pouring, my olive branch jacket saved from cuts and tears. I crawled 4 flights upstairs. Sprawled in the gutter, I remember a few watchers waved loudly, and one kid's mother shouting, like, Jackie or Terry. Now, that's enough. It's nothing really. They don't get enough love. You know, they wouldn't kill you. Just playing rough, like young Americans will. Still, it taught me something about love. If it's so tough, forget it. Derek Walcott was born in 1930 in the town of Castries in St. Lucia, one of the windward islands in the Lesser Antilles. The experience of growing up on the isolated volcanic island, an ex-British colony, has had a strong influence on Walcott's life and work. Both his grandmothers were said to have been the descendants of slaves. His father, a Bohemian watercolorist, died when Derek and his twin brother, Roderick, were only a few years old. His mother ran the town's Methodist school. After studying at St. Mary's College in this native island and at the University of the West Indies in Jamaica, Walcott moved in 1953 to Trinidad, where he has worked as theater and art critic. At the age of 18, he made his debut with 25 poems, but his breakthrough came with a collection of poems in A Green Night in 1962. In 1959, he founded the Trinidad Theater Workshop, which produced many of his early plays. Walcott has been an assiduous traveler to other countries, but as always, not least in his efforts to create an indigenous drama, felt himself deeply rooted in Caribbean society with its cultural fusion of African, Asiatic, and European elements. For many years, he has divided his time between Trinidad, where he is his home as a writer, and Boston University, where he teaches literature and creative writing. From novel lectures, literature, 1991 to 1995, editor Stuart Allen, World Scientific Publishing Corporation in Singapore in 1997. So, the poem, I think, is not hard to understand. It simply tells an experience of the persona who perhaps is a boy, an African-American boy, and I think he is Derek Walcott. One night when he was walking the streets of Christopher or MacDougall. So when he was walking, some youngsters beckoned him to come to them. Though he was clueless as to who these people are, he still came to them because in the poem it was said that they look nice and friendly. So in an instant, the youngsters took hold of him and beat him. There were also watchers, but none of them came to his aid, and so he just scrambled to his feet and ran for his life. He heard the voice coming from one of the boy's mother calling his son to stop beating at him, yet she did not seem to be telling off her son. Meanwhile, the persona was at last saved from harm. In his loneliness, he thought of what had just happened to him, and how some strangers picked up on him, most probably because of his skin color. Thus, in this poem, this poem tells of the widespread racism not only in America, but also in other parts of the globe where some races are discriminated.